Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Compact Claustrophobia. So we're picking back up not too long after last episode. I did go ahead, and as I said, I was going to make tiny compact machines. I got this one here, which is going to house our machine workshop, and I have another one here in my inventory, and I've been smelting up some metals. Right now I've got copper and tin going. But I'm probably going to get some gold and silver and lead and stuff like that going also whenever this gets finished up. I did just finish smelting a stack of iron and a stack of Constantan, because we're probably going to be needing those a bit here soon. So, but I was planning on setting up a compact machine that was just basically like an engine, right? But I did notice that it's going to take us a little bit longer to get to that because we need tunnels, which are going to need metal press for that. But but that's right. We're going to set one of those up today, I believe. So that's actually doable for us. The miniaturization field projectors we'll be pushing on before too long, but we have to get diamond nuggets to do that. And we have to get HOP graphite to make diamond nuggets. So a little bit of a process to get up to those, but not too bad. So anyways, we're going to be picking up in Chapter 2. There's still some quests over here in Chapter 1. We'll come back and finish those later. But the very first thing here is they want us to get a squeezer and a stone barrel as well. We're going to go ahead and do this. Let's pop over to storage. And let's start with the stone barrel. It's pretty cheap. We'll knock that out. It's going to require just cobblestone. No, it takes smooth stone and stone slab. Okay. Well, in that case, I may have to wait for a furnace to finish up. I think I could use like diorite or something for this, but the stone slab is not going to take anything other than stone. Okay. Well, then let's turn our attention over to the squeezer instead for just a moment, and then we'll come back to the stone barrel. Squeezer is actually more important for us at the moment. There is our squeezer. Okay, that quest is complete. And then, let's see, you really thought I'd give you a vacation in hell. Think again, have this cake while you're at it. We get a cake. Okay. Capability proxy. Okay. It's going to give us basically just more than 6 sides. I don't need that right this second. What I do need, though, is lava. Okay, let me check. I believe the way that we're going to have to make blaze powder, because the blazing doll takes blaze powder to pull that off. I believe we're going to have to use sulfur with the liquid XP, but... Or if we light a steel rod on fire, we can get blaze rod. Well, I'll tell you what then. Steel rod is just 2 steel makes a steel rod. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's get ourselves blocks of iron. I'm going to go ahead and make 6 of them. That's fine. We're going to use up all of our iron. I'll have to cook some more up. We'll go ahead. We'll see if that's done. I'm going to get another 32 smelted up. It is. There's our 10. We'll get that going. There's that. And the flint and steel is probably just flint and steel, or flint and iron. Okay, that works. Of course, we could use a redstone torch or something like that. But this, we were looking at this last episode. This is just going to be sand and the gunpowder, and we started getting some of this stuff together. Let me pop over and see what all we've got for that. We got 1 piece of sulfur. Yeah, we're going to have to sieve a bit more here. That was dust with the string mesh. Okay, well, before I sieve this, I'm going to move it to the middle of the room because I really feel like that was the reason that we didn't get as much as we may have hoped, as far as the sulfur goes, because we didn't get very much sulfur or bone meal at all. And it's possible, with the way this is set up, it could have phased through the wall, is kind of what I'm thinking happened. Because I had it right up against that corner like that, which really wasn't a great idea, but okay, let's try 10 more dust and see how we fare. It's not looking great though. I'll be honest, it's not looking great at all. Oh, there was I think a piece of sulfur actually. Yeah. There was some bone meal. There was a piece of bone meal, piece of sulfur. Okay, we did a little bit better that time. We got 2 pieces of sulfur, 2 pieces of bone meal. Still not great, but that's all right. Because we're going to need 2 batches of this gunpowder. Now the sawdust, we can scavenge with a spaxel hoe, apparently. But I think we're just going to go ahead and make a sawmill, which is going to take a bunch of iron, copper, iron, tin, and glass, copper, and gold and redstone. Okay. So in that case, let me grab that. Let me get this iron. And I'm going to grab this sand as well because we're going to need that glass. Okay, and that's still finishing up. That's fine. I'm actually going to take a minute. I'm going to get some more cobblestone because I think we're probably going to need it by the time this is done. And let's see, nitor is dust and sewage. Okay. Let me get a bit more cobble real quick. Once we get lava going, like an easy way to get lava, then it's going to be a whole lot easier to get cobblestone because we can just make a cobble gen. Okay, I've got more stone. By the way, these auto clickers, can they use a tool? That like, yeah. Okay, they can. Now, let me try something here. It was brought up in the comments that they may be able to work on the lowest speed setting without a tool. So if we place that there... Aha! Okay. It's slow, but you know what? Okay. 1 second here. Let me pop out. Let me get a... chest. There's a hopper. We're going to set something up. This will be kind of temporary, but we will use it for a little bit here. And then let me get another chest. Let's pop over to the machine workshop. We're going to set that up. Set that up. Set that up. This may get moved later on once we actually start using this machine workshop. We're going to say left click. Right now it's going to be producing dirt. So basically once the pick runs out, it'll produce dirt for us. Now I could set another one up on the other side. That would be fine. But for right now I'm just going to leave it as that one, I think. Okay. Let me grab this. Let me grab that. Let me get that changed over. Okay, now we're going to need dust. We're going to need sewage. Now sewage is just poop and water. So that's not a problem for us. Let me... tell you what, we're going to set it up right here for right now. Let me go grab a bucket of our water. Oh, my buckets are still in the storage room. Okay, let me grab a bucket of that. We'll put that there, and we're going to drop our poop in there. There we go. Now we've got sewage. Let me go ahead and break some of this down. I'm going to need more... Whoop. There we go. I'm going to need more cobble, but that's going to be... That little setup is going to be producing us some cobble, so... Let me get this broken down into dust. So if we throw all this in there... Oh, but it turns it into... Ooh. Now, I think that's enough enough sulfur for us, or nitor. And so then we just need the sawdust. Okay, well, let me grab that glass. And... let's see. How's this doing? It's doing pretty well so far. One thing we could do, which actually what we might do, because I don't really need dirt right this second. Let me, well, first and foremost, let me get some of this stuff out of my inventory here. Kind of clean this up just a little bit. Let me make another hopper. Just turn those into planks. Let me get a good 5 wooden picks. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and set that up. Drop those in there. That should funnel down whenever this wooden pick breaks and just keep it running. I wonder if it was to sneak, if it would create poop. We're going to have to give that a try and just see. Because it doesn't matter for, you know, scavenging the walls. It doesn't matter if it's sneaking or not. But I'm kind of curious if it'll produce poop for me. I don't know. We'll come back over there here in a minute and check it. Alright, so over to the storage area. First and foremost, I guess we're going to have to get a sawmill. So, there's that. There's that. There's that. There's 2 of those. There is that. There is our sawmill. Okay. And we got a quest complete. Oh, it's right here. Here's the sawmill. Pulp bio blend or sawdust. Yeah, this is actually, I didn't even notice there was a quest line here for making the TNT. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to put in our sawmill. That way it starts getting a little bit of power here. Oh, let me pop back up to... I don't know if I have any more sticks in storage, or did I use them all? Yeah, I've got a stack here. I thought I had a bunch, but... Has this produced any poop? I don't see any. But our pickaxes are funneling down, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to throw in... we'll just throw in 10. I think these produce 4 per? 2 per. Okay. And we have a 100% chance at sawdust, so... We just need 2 sawdust at the moment, but... And I know we could speed up and make more power, but... we don't use power that much right now. And we're going to be pushing on for better ways to make power pretty quick, so... Alright, so there's our carbon-based material. Now if we pop back over to TNT to actually make our gunpowder, we should be ready for that. There's 6 gunpowder. Requires night ore. Oh, we had to get a bucket of sewage. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to have to farm more poop, though. Alright, let me just bucket that up. There's that. And the night ore... They want us to get 8. Man. I tell you what, I'm going to, because I don't think this is producing, over here, I don't think this is producing poop for us, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is, by the way, you could put the hopper on the back, put a chest, like a strong box or something on top, but, or an upper. Put an upper here and then chest down here or something like that, but I think 6 wooden picks will be fine for a minute. I'm going to put something on my keyboard at the farm and just let this poop build up real quick, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I got the poop that we need. Let me go ahead, let me get some cobblestone, and let me go ahead and just, I got to break all this down. I need dust and I need sand. Okay, we should be good to go now, so we need, let's see. That. There's our 8 night ore for the quest. And then we have the quest to get gunpowder, which we already have. There we go. And then we have the quest for the TNT. Okay. So let's go ahead. There's our first bits of TNT. And then we should have a quest for the steel blend. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this tiny compact machine down right here for right now. And we're going to set that. I'm going to go ahead and just make a flint and steel. Of course, the lever, redstone torch, anything like that would work as well. We're going to go ahead and light that. Yeah, it's already exploded. That's good. Head on in. We got 30 steel grit. And I think we can just smelt this. Yeah. Okay, quest complete. And then there is the steel pick where we could start getting quartz. We'll probably make a steel pick. That's why I wanted to make a bit of steel. We're going to need a bunch of it, so may as well. And at this point, we can make thermoelectrics, which we're going to do also. Let me pop up to here. I need to get this smelted up. Let me just make one of these, and I'm once again out of poop. That's where most of my poop's been going, actually. Is into poop fuel. Okay, so there's our first steel ingots. What was it to make the steel rod, or is it something I have to do in the crafting table? It looks like I'm probably just going to have to do it in the crafting table. There's that. And we're going to change this. This is just basically just burn it for 60 ticks, the 3 seconds. Nope. We'll do that. Light that on fire. And there's our 4 blaze rods. Okay, now at this point, to get our blaze powder, we can squeeze it. That's probably going to be the route that we take. Because that's only going to give us 2. Yeah. We are going to squeeze it. So, I'm used to having my quests up here and not. So this blaze powder might motivate a trap chest to go on and about. I mean, I don't need a shulker box, in all honesty, because I live in a compact machine. I'm not going very far from it, but we're going to have to test that and see, because it sounds kind of interesting, like being able to spawn it with that. Let me actually pop in here. Let me get our torch that's on this wall. We don't necessarily need it in there, and I can't see, or you guys can't see. I can see in here, but I know you guys won't be able to. Put that there, put our squeezer, and then we get to start compacting this. Which I don't have a lever on me. I'm just going to break it and replace it for right now. Okay, first 2 down, we got 7. Realistically, that's going to be enough. So the quest has us making, because I mean at this point we do need the stone barrel. Let's just smelt up 16. Yeah. There's our steel. And I'm just going to use sticks. I've got a lot of sticks. I don't have a lot of poop right now, so. And then let's pop over really, really quick. Let's see. What does it take to make the engineer's hammer? That's going to take... oh, it can use regular sticks. String. Let me get that. There is that. Then we can pound these out into plates. Cut these into wire. And while that stuff's getting set up, I want to go ahead and start getting our thermoelectrics. I'll definitely need more copper, but that's fine. Our Constantan, let me put away 4 of these, but I'm going to need 60 long term for the engine that I have in mind. So there's that. There's 2 to get us started. And then for the quest, they want us to get a bucket of water and our uranium block. That's fine. Let me put away some of this junk. Pop over here. We're going to grab that. And we're going to grab our block of uranium. For right now, what we're going to do, we're going to put our thermoelectric here. We're going to put our water here. And we're going to put our uranium here. So that's going to be producing power. So for example, let me grab our sawmill real quick. Set that up. And then if I was to throw in, like there's that, you could see it's staying full on power. So that's producing power. Even though it's not really showing it on here, it is producing power for us. Okay. And let me set that as my entry point. And our last pick just broke. Let me make, really we could give this some power and like a good pick and start producing like metals and things. Could be a thing, but let's take a look inside of here. Oh, this just measures how much power we're producing. I'm not worried about that right this second. Not for Thermoelectrics. Let's see. Our stone should be done. So we'll go ahead and just craft this. There's that. There's that. There we go. That quest is done. And then there is the quest for making netherrack. And actually, I really need... Let me grab a lever real quick. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to set this up. Our squeezer, we're going to have to set up sideways. Like that, so that this little nozzle faces out. We'll put our lever here. We'll put our stone barrel for right now. We're going to put it here. And then we can put in our blaze powder. Hop on this. It's going to create 250 millibuckets of liquid lava. So we'll send it over like that. And last one here. Well, for right now, really I'm going to have to make another one. But we'll right click that with some redstone. And we're going to get our very first piece of netherrack. So yay. There's that. Now what is this quest? Brain goes oof. Okay, that's just the Magma Crucible. We're going to need... Okay, for this we're going to need 2 pieces of netherrack. But then we can start turning stone into lava. What all can we use for making lava in this pack? Smooth stone, magma blocks, which is not really worth it. Diorite. So if we set up our auto clickers, maybe even provide them with some power so they kick it out faster. Cobblestone, yeah. And then, okay, yeah, we can do some pretty easy automation for this. To start mass producing lava. Now really I'd like to wait until I have a slightly larger rooms. So I think that'll be our priority first, but we will begin working towards that. For right now I'm going to break this stuff down for just a moment. We will be coming back to that here shortly. But at the moment what we need to do... Well, I need more poop, of course. And we're probably going to make a steel pick, get a bunch of boron, and that way we can make the borax pick or whatever. Worth mentioning, I will go ahead and mention it. I haven't even started it, but there is this. Because all these picks produce different materials and things. Boron is an example of one. And we will be working on these, but right now I've just needed so many of every material. One thing I haven't looked at, now that we have Constantine, what does the Constantine pick scavenge? It's 100% iron, so if I just need a lot of iron, that Constantine pick would be great. So I actually might make one of those because I use through a lot of iron generally. But for the most part, I just need a lot of just bulk materials of all kinds, so I haven't really bothered with it, but it is there and worth noting. But okay, I got some poop. Let's go ahead, grab our bucket of sewage, and let's pop over to storage. Now there's a couple things I want to make here. First and foremost, let me grab 3 of our Constantine. We're going to go ahead and make a Constantine pick. And then I also want to go ahead... Let's see. I use all those sticks. Looks like I did. That's fine. Well, let me get 2 iron picks. And then let me go ahead and get a steel pick also. Quest complete, steel pick. And then we can get nether quartz. I want to go ahead and start building up some of that because we can get our infinite storage from that. Let me pop over to the machine workshop. And right in here, we're going to throw in, first up, we'll throw in a Constantan pick. Then we're going to throw in steel and 2 iron. Actually, let's do it like that. And we're going to let these burn down. These are going to take a while to burn down. But I'm going to need a lot of iron as we begin pushing forward. Because we're going to need a bit of modularium, because we're not going to be able to make the easy compact machines until we get a bigger room. And until we get diamonds. Basically, to get diamonds, we're going to have a bigger room than a 3x3. But let's go ahead. We're going to take our sewage with our planks, and we're going to get our treated wood. Our first bits of treated wood. Now, the first thing they want us to make, as far as the quest goes, is the engineer's workbench. So, let's go ahead and do that. And I need more sewage. And I am going to need a crafting table also. There is our engineer's workbench. And we'll just set this up right here for now. We're starting to get really tight on space again, but it's not going to be an issue for too much longer, like next episode for sure, to move into some better stuff. Now, pressing matters. That's going to be 5 steel plates, and we're going to need an engineer's blueprint for mold. For this, we're going to need some lapis. We're going to need paper, which we're just going to use the sawdust method. There is, of course, sugarcane method, but I don't have sugarcane planted at the moment. We could have sugarcane planted, I just haven't as of yet. And then for the molds, it's going to be just the 1 steel plate. So I'm going to need 6 steel plates and that lapis. Now, lapis we can get from scavenging with our steel pick. So in that case, let me pop over... Let me just borrow this steel pick, because it's going to be a little while before this runs down. And let me go ahead and get to scavenging a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to throw all this stuff into there. We should complete a quest here for quartz. And then I just need 3 of this lapis. And then the quartz enriched iron is default. Silicon bits are default. Okay. And honestly, once those picks run down, we're going to be good on that stuff, I think. Oh, and let me grab our sawdust also. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 2 buckets of water. Let's get our paper. And then we can get our, this one here. I'm going to need our 6 steel plates. There's our metal press molds. We're going to drop that into there. And we want to make a plate mold. So 5 of these. And can it use shears for this? I don't think it can. I think we have to have the engineer wire cutters. Okay. So these are, okay, these are just sticks and iron. Really, I guess they're cheaper than shears probably, but that's fine. There we go. There's our plate mold. My inventory's getting bad again. That's fine. Could probably do a bit more with storage and sorting things out, and we will, but we're getting close to refined storage. Really, I'm just pushing on as hard as I can to the 5x5, because at that point we can start automating some things and kind of spacing out a little bit. Okay, now we need to push on to leather at this point. We're getting close to the tunnel, which means we can make our engines. This is for artificial leather. This is paper with sewage. And it does consume the fluid. Okay, I just want us to get 1 of them. And of course, I'm out of poop again. Oh gosh. Is there a better way to like mass produce poop? Or am I just having to hold shift click all the time? Pulp biomass with sewage. Aha! Okay, pulp bioblend is just pulp biomass with sawdust. Pulp biomass, we're going to have to make a sawmill. I think it's worth it at this point because I'm always out of poop. Let's do that real quick. I know we're getting pretty close to wrapping up point, so we will be wrapping it up here shortly. But I do want to push on for this, I think. I used all of my copper, that's right. And we are going to have to get a piston here. That's fine. We'll get our copper gears, and we'll get our pulverizer. So there's that. Looks like that does not complete a quest for us. That's fine. Now, for the pulp bio blend, I could use a variety of plant-based materials. Potatoes, saplings, sugarcane, wheat. I can use wheat for that. I mean, if we had a little bit more space, I'd set up an auto farm. We'll probably be making a sugarcane auto farm pretty quick. Sugarcane and maybe cactus in the same room, I think. But for right now, I think using wheat will be our best route for that. We can make a watering can to mass produce it a little bit better, which we might do. But let's go ahead. Let's pop over to here. I want to move this machine out of the way for right now, because we are going to be using our pulverizer. Okay, derp. It's not the pulverizer. It's the sawmill. For some reason, I was thinking, I don't know, I was thinking that it took, just in my head, I was thinking that it took the pulverizer, but that's not the case. Not a big deal. We will be using this pulverizer. That was just totally a derp on my part. We're going to go ahead and get our pulp biomass made real quick. How's this doing? We have a lot of iron building up here. There's that. That should complete a quest for us. And the quest, before I move forward, was it for the... It was for the pulp bio blend. Okay. Alright, so let me get this. There's that. Now if I could just get a single piece of poop right now. But I want to test and see if those auto clickers can use the watering can. There we go. Because I would like to automate farming here pretty soon. Though I will say, I guess it's not a big deal, because once we get our engine set up, we can actually make cloches. So that is doable for us. But let's go ahead, let's get that. And then if we throw in our pulp bio blend, yeah, there's that. And really, just to mass produce a lot of this poop, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's pop through. Could do it here, I guess. Because I need to fill this thing up with some more water anyways, because it's getting about halfway down. Alright, so what we can do is we can take our poop, toss it in, pulp bio blend it. Oh, that's weird. You can make infinite. How strange. It's only making 2 poop. But it's making 2 poop from basically like no cost. Let me see though. Is this am I just derping? Can sewage be infinite watered? I don't know. No, it can't be. Whoops. Making a big royal mess here. But yeah, if you have flowing water, it seems like a bug, but at the same time it does only produce 2 whenever it's done that way, instead of the 3 that it would normally take. So it really doesn't change on cost, I don't think. Just you don't have to throw down the poop. But it was only producing 2 poop at a time, so I'm not sure. Strange. Very, very strange. Okay, well anyways, let's go ahead, let's pop back through. This extra sewage, I'm going to go ahead and just use it to make treated wood, because I know that we're going to be needing that here very, very soon. And then for making this, we'll just throw in our paper. There is our pressed off. 3 of this makes leather. Okay, so I'm going to need a little bit more of it, but that's fine. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and get this stuff knocked out real quick. There's that. There is, oops, wrong thing. There we go. So there's our 3 pressed off, and then there is our first piece of real leather. Okay, so at this point now we can start working on the metal press, which will then lead into larger storage and being able to make our engine, which is going to be great. Both of these are going to really change our lives, in all honesty. And then we can start pushing into cloches and actual automation. I think once we get a 5x5 space, doing some actual automation will be reasonable. It would just be so like cluttered at the moment if we did it in this area, you know. Yeah, we need conveyor belts. Do I need more leather though for conveyor belts, or is it just one? I cannot recall. It is 3. Okay. I'm going to have to get some more leather made up. That's fine. But next episode, we'll definitely be getting some more space. We'll be pushing on to our new compact machine. And to do this, we're going to need compact machine walls like crazy. We're basically going to need a ton of modularium. Like an absolute ton. I'm going to get that being made. That's a lot of the reason for this. Building up this iron grit. Unfortunately, tough alloy, which would be what we get 100% uranium off of, it's a little bit of a stretch for us at the moment. We'd have to make a new machine. It's within our wheelhouse of doable, really, but I think just having those 2 iron picks should be reasonable. So this Constantine will run down. I could power this off of our thermoelectric. Let me do that real quick, actually. Let me, because we're not really using that power that's producing too much. To make our leadstone flux ducts, it's just glass, redstone, and lead. Okay, there is our leadstone flux ducts. There's 2 crafts of them. And then pop back over. We're just going to run that over like that. And that way our pulverizer is going to have power too, if we need it for something. And we should be able to speed this up. It's 3 RF per tick. If we go with that, 5 RF per tick. Let's go with a 2. Yeah, 3 looks like it balances out, but bear in mind this is still building up power. We might be able to push it to a 4. Maybe. Once this fills up with power, we'll see. Really, I'll probably leave it at a 3 because that means we could probably run like 1 machine and have this running at the same time. Now, if I put it to a 4, yeah, 4 would drain it. So we're going to leave it at a 3. But I'm going to let that build up on uranium, and I'm going to make a bunch of modularium. Like, I need a bunch, in all honesty. But anyways, like I said, I know it's about wrapping up point 4 of this episode, so we're going to end this one out here. And then next episode, we will get into bigger rooms, better power, and probably some automation, I imagine. But we'll see how things go. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.